Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 10 of season 1 of My Hero Academia. In the last episode, we were off for a little exercise in disaster management when we got jumped by a bunch of villains. You know, there was a distraction, there was an infiltration that took place back at the school itself. The students themselves of 1A took a field trip to go to a specialized facility to deal with, to learn how to deal with like natural disasters, saving people with their quirks. But before they could even begin the exercise, a portal opened up and a bunch of villains actually started pouring out. So that's where we left off. Let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get to watch it without all the edits we got to do to get this stuff up on YouTube. You also get up to 4 weeks early access, depending on what tier you sign up for, and submit your own comments, questions, or fun facts for you to read at the end of these episodes. This is a great way to support the channel and help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Till least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 10. Here we go.
According to the schedule we retrieved from UA, All Might should be here as well.
Oh, and he missed the trip because, yeah, fun. He exhausted his abilities and skipped out on the training exercise, so he's not even here.
I can't believe he's not here. Maybe if I kill a few kids, he'll come out to play.
Oh my god.
That day, we learned what the pro heroes are really up against. The darkness they face to keep us safe.
Jeez, God. These are some creepy fuckers, man.
And pure evil stared back.
Oh, what a chill. Yeah, our first encounter with actual villains.
Is the entire campus under attack? Or is this their only target?
Asking the good questions right now.
Whatever their plan, they must have a concrete objective in mind.
God, I want to know what this dude's thing is with all the hands. It's so weird. And I can't even, like, guess based on what we're seeing about it.
Kaminari, try using your quirk to contact the school.
Yes, sir.
Is he got a radio quirk?
Your fighting style's not suited for this. Your power works best in stealth and one-on-one fights. It's not gonna help with a group.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick. I'll leave it to you, 13.
Yeah. Outmatched or not, being a real hero means doing it anyway and doing your best.
Let's shut him down!
Oh, God. Oh, you're done. Oh, we get to finally see him like action.
You can cancel your quirks just by looking at you.
Yeah, how did they not know who he is?
Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
You're right.
Oh. Guess I don't need to then. So I guess that's one that's their quirk is a physical one. Like it's just them.
Which one of you gutter punks is next?
Gutter punks. Dude, he is slick.
He is strong, and since he's hiding behind those
The
goggles, you can't tell
skill
which
is
quirk he's
wild.
erasing.
Oh, that is also a good point. I was wondering why the goggles were so important. It also would keep wind from irritating his eyes and making them drier. When he's doing it, is his hair up or is that just gravity?
I guess I shouldn't have underestimated him.
Nope.
This is no time to be analyzing. We have to go.
No, it's the perfect time to learn some stuff. But no, I'm kidding. It makes sense. We need to get the hell out of here. Never mind. We could try.
I blinked and the guy who seems like the most trouble got away.
And now he's surrounded and they're isolated.
We are the League of Villains. I still have a role to play.
Guys, what are... I mean, I commend the effort, but bold.
You live up to your school's reputation, but you should be more careful.
Oh. Whoa.
You two, get out of the way right now!
I'll scatter you across this facility.
I would say, what?
What is this?
Wait. Yeah, wait. Is he gonna, like, divide up the class amongst the horde? Or did he mean he would, like, disintegrate them? Or just contain them? Okay, never mind. Here it is. Oh! Or that. Uh-oh.
What the heck? First catch of
Yep,
the day.
here it is. He is spreading them amongst his team. Oh, yes! Hell yeah! Sue for the win! That's their territory, motherfucker. Let's go! Ah, that was cool. Fucking Deku would have literally been done. Especially since he just can't use his quirk.
Pretty big boob, Sue. Perfect floaties.
Oh my god. No reaction there, just
saved
ribbit.
my life, Asui.
Oh, the slam.
I told you to call me Sue.
Suyu Asui, her quirk, frog.
What? I'm sorry. What did he say? I was just so absorbed with her quirk, frog. Oh my god. The delivery was too perfect. All right, hold up. We gotta recollect. Okay, what happened here?
Her quirk, frog.
Okay, what did he
Pretty
say?
self-explanatory. She could basically do anything a frog can.
Okay, there it is. Whatever a frog can do, she can too. Which I guess is the gist of it. She's a better toad. God. Oh, that's funny. But, like, given the situation at hand, that was probably the best person here for him to have landed anywhere near, like, considering the water. So, yes, it was in here. So they were spread out amongst the different disaster zones so that the villains that have infiltrated can just pick them off one at a time, divide up and separate their forces, and, yeah, slaughter, I guess.
This is turning out to be a terrible day of class.
Yeah,
That's one way to put it.
that means they've been waiting for the perfect time to attack, just like Todoroki said they were.
Yeah.
Once he shows up, he'll pound these bones until there's nothing left.
If he can. He can't right now, right? He's out of charge.
Then they probably figured out a way to kill him.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Should worry more about not getting tortured to death.
Yeah.
Might not survive long enough to see All Might again.
Such a realist.
No, the bros are gonna save us, right? Tell Frog Boots to shut up!
I'm sorry, hold up. What did you say?
No, the bros are gonna save us, right? Tell Frog Boots!
Tell my grape juice to shut up? That can't be right. That's not what it sounded.
Tell Frog Boots to shut up!
I don't know what he actually said, but that subtitle can't be correct, right?
I'll enjoy eating you.
Oh God, we're sitting ducks right now.
But why him out of all the heroes? Because his very existence discourages villains and evil? Because he's the one and only symbol of peace and justice? Actually, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't care what their reasons are.
Welcome.
I'm getting chills.
I have to focus.
Mm-hmm.
No one at UA knows what's happening. This is up to us. Let's be heroes.
Dude, Midori is fucking awesome, man. Jesus. Oh, yeah. And this kid is just too powerful.
God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
Getting roast. Well, frozen. Whoa, she just pulled weapons out of her skin? God damn it, man. I can't wait till we get more information about all these different quirks. But yeah, dude. Getting roasted by these kids has got to not feel great. But from what we've seen of Todoroki, man, just a little taste, effortless every time too. Like he seems to just be super OP.
Maybe I should just show up and say something inspiring at the end. I get a good 10 minutes out of my hero form.
Oh.
Time to join my students.
Hold your horses.
Is he not juiced enough to go?
That's me.
What
the
in
one
the-
who could be a mouse or a dog or a bear, though the only important thing is I'm the principal.
What? It's like, I don't know what I am, and neither do you. But that doesn't matter.
And the only way you can justify staying out of the spotlight is by teaching. That's why I gave you this job.
Oh. So they gave him this job here as an alibi for the time that he's not out there. That's interesting. I didn't think about that aspect of it. Because, yeah, I guess if he didn't have a day job or a public one at least, people would be like, where is he? Just expecting him to just be like full-time in heroing out there, but he simply can't do that anymore. So he's got to mask that deficit under this guise. But at the same time, yes, he's got this role of passing on and teaching the successor for One for All. And so it's not like it's fruitless or it's hiding kind of, I guess, but like with a purpose, with an intent. But yeah, his heart's too big. It's like Midoriya. Like he sees trouble, he wants to intervene. And that's what's cost him his time today with the students. Oh, fun stuff, man.
The other teachers will understand. They're more than capable.
Yeah, what are you?
Great. This is turning into a lecture.
You might need it.
And I'm still a little concerned that I couldn't get in touch with 13 or Aizawa.
Your senses are on point on that front, my dude. Ew.
The guy's not affected by physical attacks and can apparently teleport stuff?
Black hole do something?
And tell the faculty what's going on here.
Oh, be a little messenger boy.
It would be disgraceful for me to leave you all behind.
No emergency exit.
Aw.
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
Please, class rep, do it!
Really foolish enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
I mean, I was just thinking that as well. Yo, wind tunnel. That's sick. That's cool. I was just thinking,
You think we can take them? Did you hit your head when we got warped here?
that it was strange that they were just saying all that in front of him, but they had a plan. You know, it's very fitting. This kid's whining like a little baby, and his chosen superhero outfit is being in a diaper. What? Being coddled is, oh my god, is that part of his fucking like thing too? We see him ogling and oogling and sneaking and like groping up on people and stuff any chance he gets. He's just like, is it part of his whole little baby scheme?
Are you even listening?
No!
Something that just doesn't add up. They sent you here, Asui.
Sue!
They warped you to the shipwreck zone.
That kind of fell apart on you, didn't it?
It seems not very strategic, right? To put her where she'd be most adept.
Ribbit. You've
Yeah,
got a point. With
yeah,
the frog, they
exactly.
would have sent me into that fire zone over there instead of somewhere.
Yeah, that would have been awful. Oh.
Look, none of them are trying to climb into the boat. That proves they're a little unsure.
Yeah. Look at this kid, man. He's got such a dome on him.
For now.
Yeah, once they do figure things out.
Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not. It just stings a bit.
What?
Probably only used my jumping and my tongue here. Forget about the last thing.
The stomach thing. Is that a frog thing I don't know about? That's wild.
I've got these sticky balls.
Oh.
Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day.
Oh.
As fast as I can pull them off.
They grow back? Oh.
And they don't stick to me. I just bounce right off them.
That's so weird. I'm sorry, kid. No reaction.
Don't look at me like that. This is why I said we should wait for the...
So if he uses too many of them, he'll start to bleed, and he can only stick them to things that are not him, and he will bounce right off of them. We saw that a little bit during like the training exercises a few episodes ago, I guess, like with him using them to like propel himself around or to like bounce himself. Depending on how limited he is on how many of these he can yank out, I'm not exactly sure the utility here. Oh!
I'm starting to get bored. Let's get the show on the road.
Somebody got impatient.
Now
Yeah.
thinking.
Lovely. Oh, what are you doing?
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
Oh, we can use that to feign a way through if they're not sure about what it is.
Are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
I mean, I'm kind of like thinking the same thing.
You need after starting you I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch Yadiro through the pill!
That specific person's boobs.
Sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
One of them, yes.
Come on, act like Katron would. Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet.
Is he just gonna use fingers?
For the image of the egg not exploding.
Aw, yeah, he is. He's like, I got expendable fingers.
Even though he's shaking,
Yeah.
he's still going through with it.
Yeah, aw. Let's go. He's being an inspiration. Woo! That one little flick. Oh, shit. It took out his, I didn't even think about that. It took out his thumb and the finger he used. So at best, he's got 2 shots and then whatever he can do with his knuckles after the fact. Suck my balls! I guess if you put enough on them, you could, like, restrain somebody. Yeah, physics for the win! And they're all gonna be, like, covered in those balls, too, now.
You guys are amazing, both of you.
Aww.
I guess we passed the shipwreck zone.
Hell yeah, look at them all, they're all stuck together. That's sick! Oh, that was so smart. Dude, he's low-key such a genius. That's so well thought. He's like, okay, what do we have at our disposal right now? And yeah, he's like, listen, I can't use an arm, I can't use a kick, I can't use anything that's gonna take out an entire limb. I got fingers. I got fingers though. So he did a small Delaware smash just to create a vacuum from the impact of the water. The water rushing in pulls them all in. And Mineta just like dunking his sticky balls into the mix. It just sucked them all into one point, balls and all, to create this congealing mass that just traps them all together. And like that, they're all out of commission. The water's displaced. And thanks to Sue, she was able to grab them both and leap out of there. So they're in the clear now, seemingly in the clear now. And I love Deku, man. God, the way that he just takes so much inspiration, and no matter how afraid he is, he faces it head on. Like whether it's the sludge monster or these villains right here, especially as the successor for All Might, he can't be backing down. And I don't know how much of that pressure he's feeling, or if how much of that is also just his genuine need and drive to push forward no matter what. And the complete flip side of that, you have Mineta, who's just crying his eyes out. My sticky balls. Sue is just kind of there. Asui, she's just like, yeah, whatever's going on, whatever. I'm so chill, so level, so just not apathetic, but just like go with the flowy, which is kind of interesting. The rattling off of all of her abilities too was just wild, man. Everything a frog can do. I did not know they vomit their stomachs out to clean them though. That's insane if that's legit. And she secretes some kind of toxic mucus, like from her skin, and at will, like those poison dart frogs or whatever. Is it kind of like that? Is it always happening, or is it like as a defense thing? Like she can just like. Bleh! I'm so curious about all this because we're still learning so many of these people's abilities. Meanwhile, Ida is being sent off to go send for help because somebody is jamming the communication out here. The radio kid who's got like the, I guess, built-in like headset communicator on his ears. He tried to make a call out but wasn't able to get through because they never really circled back to that. So they're sending Ida to go out there to take care of that, to at least get a message out. And, 13 here whipped out a black hole to stop Darkness Dude from intervening. Like, that's why they were so brash and bold about scheming all of this out loud in front of him. So, because they had that as at least as a backup. And then fucking Ozawa is just going to town. Like, Deku underestimated him. It's like, sure, his tactics, his style, his whole thing is probably best suited for assassin stealth, not assassin, but stealth missions or one-on-one conflicts. That's ideal, but that doesn't mean he's inept in like a group setting. And that's when he kind of went to town and he was just fucking putting the work on everybody. But they came here in numbers, and that allowed some of them to slip by, which allowed the group to get separated and hauled off away from him, and him isolated. So while he went off to be the kind of the spear, the sword in the matter, it left all of them needed to be shielded by 13. At least they weren't alone. So I thought that was fucking awesome, seeing him work, and he can cancel multiple ones at a time, and he wears the goggles so they don't know who he's looking at, so it keeps them on their toes so they don't know if they're canceled or not. And we learned that his power doesn't work. And this is one of those comments where I was like, oh, they're just going to start explaining things that the show I feel like should explain if they don't. And I stopped reading the comment. Talking about the different types, I guess, of quirks. I think they called it heteromorphic. It was like, your quirk can't cancel mine out. Or he's like, how does it work about heteromorphic quirks? And he was like this like rockish kind of gravelly dude. So I'm assuming that by definition or by example means like the ones where the quirk has become a physical attribute of their being. So it's not something you can turn off. Imagine if you could, though, and he would nullify and they just became a regular dude for a minute. As long as he's looking at them, they're just a regular person. But because their body's transformed, you know, it's permanently altered. So it can't be turned off by his erasing quirk. But he can still throw hands, and throw hands he did. And again, Deku's like on the fly thinking is just impressive at every turn. And yeah, because they don't have any intel on these kids, and they were hoping to just come in, assassinate All Might, and probably just peace out. You know, they're being apprehensive because they don't know what any of them can do. They run the risk of any one of them having an insane fucking quirk. And we saw Momo, pull fucking weapons out of her flesh? I think I saw that right. Todoroki's just like, freeze. Chill. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Like, Bakugo's throwing hands, everybody's throwing hands. I want to know what other groups got segmented off, and I wonder if we'll focus in on that at all. But yeah, awesome, crazy, wild episode. Can't wait to see what happens next, man. But let's head over to Patreon and see what you all had to say. All right, let's start off with Game Night J14. In this episode, we got to see more of Midoriya's battle IQ in action. We got and really got to meet one of my favorite characters for the first time, Tsu. I really like her power and her straightforward nature. I don't have a question for this episode, but just some trivia. The music that plays as Midoriya, Tsu, and Mineta escape the barrage is probably the best song on the show. You Say Run. The title is an approximation of the sound of the kanji that makes up its name, which actually translates to zygotes, which is what All Might calls Class 1A. When they first got their costumes. It usually plays when the young heroes are coming to their own, or when generally something super heroic is happening. Keep a lookout or listen out for it in the future, as it comes up a lot throughout the series. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take note of a lot of the music. So far, the music has been really good throughout the show so far, and I think I was so absorbed with what was happening there, I wasn't really locked into the musical cue in that scene. But yeah, Tsu is very straightforward, very blunt, very matter-of-fact, no filter, but no, I don't know. I like her a lot so far. Very chill, very, very, very chill. Next up, we got Nicholas Reeling. Just some easy and short questions. First one, how do you like/feel about the new quirks we got explained in this episode? Tsu, Frog, Mineta, Balls. Mineta's is so interesting, and he's very much so because I was thinking, what's the practicality of that in action? He can use it to transport himself. So if he's repelled by them or they don't stick to him, he can use them to climb, to traverse, to bounce around different things, but also to subdue other people, which is what we saw here in this as it sticks and clings together and turned them into a villain mass tumor thing. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, Sue, straightforward. You know, it's Toad without the gross toadisms, at least. You know, she's Frog as she's described as well. Most importantly, what do you think about Principal Nezu and his amazing fur? Well, I mean, it was luxurious. And I love how he's like, am I a dog? Am I a cat? Am I a bear? What am I? Or a mouse? Whatever he said. I was like, I don't know what I am. Neither do you. He's an interesting character. I am excited to see a little bit more of him. Like, even in the body language, like the way he crawled up onto the top of that couch was very cat-like. But then the way that he sits and he does other things is an amalgam of other... I don't know. I want to know more about him. He seems super chill, super responsible. Makes sense for him to be the principal. I mean, on first impression, delightful. Delightful. P.S. I love the OSTs in this show, especially the hype moments. Same person doing the OSTs and the music for One Piece Wit remake. Ooh, that's awesome. I can't wait for that, man. I'm so excited for that. I mean, I know it's just retreading stuff we've already seen, but like, some of that stuff could use some visual spicing up. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Next up, we got Bear P. Eraserhead is the GOAT. I mean, so far, he might be my favorite. Especially of the pro heroes. Maybe, I don't want to say character, because actually right now, I think that might be Deku, because he's just so, I don't know, man, inspiring. He's that kind of protagonist that I just love so much. Like, no matter how afraid he is, he's just like, the right thing's the right thing, and I gotta do it. He's brave, even when he's scared, and, you know, he's what he lacks with his control, with his ability, makes up for with his mind. They're right up there right now, there for me, between Izuku and Aizawa. In this episode, we saw Mineta comparing himself to Deku when it comes to their fear in the situation they are in and talking about. Do you think that Mineta's mentality is something that should be expected of someone that wants to become a hero? Or do you think someone like Mineta wanting to become a hero is a result of the commercialization of heroes we see in this world? I don't know enough about him to really kind of speculate on that second bit. It's very possible, because they're like, maybe, like when Sue is like, maybe hero work is not for you. With it being a career path, it goes back to the one ways where I was talking about before, where it can have like a negative outcome or negative draw or association with it, like with Bakugo wanting it to boost his ego to be the most famous and richest hero in the world, like using it as a form of propping yourself up in status, like an ego thing, versus somebody who's like, well, I don't want to make it as this or that. Maybe I can try being a hero as a career. That could be possibly part of it. But like the fact that Mineta cowered in his fear initially, and I think it's important to have fear. I think fear is very important, because without it, you can misjudge a situation. You wouldn't have the empathy to understand and connect with somebody who's gone through a situation. There's a lot of important aspects, and it also forces you to think creatively like Deku did here. It's like fear is a motivator. Fear is something we can harness and use, I think. And I think that's the difference, is like he's shaking just like I am, but he's acting. He's using that fear to like spearhead through everything. So maybe right now, sure, it could be a little bit of a hindrance for him, but I think it's a healthy thing to have. And I do think that for a hero, as long as you don't let it get in the way of actually doing the thing. And I think, again, like we've seen a lot throughout this so far, I think Deku is going to be this type of character that inspires others to do better, to be better, like with Ida, with Araka. Fucking, I hate saying her name. Ochako? Whatever. Gravity Girl. Anyway. What was I saying? I like the idea that his presence inspires everybody else around him to also strive to be better. Also, what do you think of Bakugo and Kirishima's, the red-haired kid, over eagerness to attack the Black Cloud villain? Do you think this was the right thing to do, or should they have let 13 handle it? They don't know what that Black Cloud dude can do. For all they knew, if they struck him, they could have been absorbed into him. It was brash. It's very a Bakugo thing to do. I don't know the other kid well enough to be like, oh, that makes sense for him. Like, he seems very chill, very lax in the little interactions, the few interactions that we've had. But it was an irresponsible ass move to make. At least with 13, their ability to create black holes, they physically do not have to interact with anything else. They can summon a black hole, that could have happened, or vacuum suck it into the suit, which is interesting now that that's a thing, because are they actually a person in the suit, or are they the suit? Questions I'm asking right now, and I don't want answers. I'll figure that out one day. So yeah, I do think they probably should have like scoped things out a little bit first, because they really didn't. Next up, we got Light Cat. Aizawa is one of the most popular pros amongst the fandom, both in terms of fights and powers and mentality as a teacher. And this episode is one of the prime examples of why that is. Too long, didn't read? Love this fight so much. Same. I love his aesthetic. I love his vibe, his demeanor, and his mentality, like you said, as a teacher and as a hero. I like his power set. I like the way he fights. I like so much about this character right now, and his personality even. As abrasive as he is, it's practical, it's needed, it's necessary, but it is flexible when needed. But he takes things super serious because this job requires that. I love this. I love him so much. Next up, we got Matthew Richson. So, Omni, what did you think about your first look at Principal Nezu? Quite an unexpected sight, isn't he? Any theories about him? Other than the fact that he is some amalgam creature, I don't know. I mean, he's, like I said before, he's well-meaning. He seems very polite, very nice, very understanding, great person / mentor to be there as like a principal or teacher figure. I don't know. Outside of that, I love his like candidness about who or what he is as well. Am I this, that? I don't know. He seems pretty chill. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing more of him, though. Next up, we got Avik Das. How much of your thoughts changed about Aizawa since his first appearance till now? Honestly, they haven't changed at all. Like, I've kind of like maintained, I feel like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm misremembering my own like experience with him up until this point. I feel like my vibe with him has been the same the entire way through. I think the only time where there was a little bit of something that I was like a little like caught off guard by or like impressed by was the fact when he acknowledged that the reason he lied about the lie was because he actually could also see the potential in Izuku to not cast him out, even though he should have. So that's the one thing I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's just super cool about his entire demeanor. I think I've pretty much been pretty baseline until now, and just seeing him go full bore in action just made me like him even more. So if there has been any changes, like this dude just got fucking cooler. Especially like throwing himself to the dogs just so they can get away as well. Like he's a hero through and through, man. Then lastly, we got Joe. I bring to you the funniest of facts. That shark guy who almost bit Deku's face off, his name is Bye Bites. Bye Bites! Which is way too cute of a name for a villain who almost bit a child's face off. True, it's like, I mean, I guess the pun is bye-bye, but it's Bye Bites. Bite Bites. Bye Bites. Yeah, it does not seem like a villain name at all. Which makes you think of like something I talked about before, is how many people started off just like, I'm gonna be a villain. Or if their quirk and the way the people treated certain quirks, certain people, because popularity is super important as a hero and like skyrocketing you up the ladder or whatever. Maybe some fell off and ended up feeling pressured to do villainous things in order to make it by because the hero world rejected them. I still think that's something that has to be explored in this at some point. So maybe that was just like, it's cute because maybe that was their initial hero name, or at least when they tried to be a hero and then they fell into villainy because that's all that was allotted to them left in life. I don't know. We also get formally introduced to one of the classifications of quirks, heteromorphs, or mutant types. Basically anything that causes a permanent change in a person's appearance, which can range from having a weird hair or a tail, or to look completely non-human. We have a few heteromorphs in Class 1A. The most obvious are Shoji with his dupla arms, and with Tokiyami with his bird head. It's so funny. It's also so strange, because I remember going back through some footage because I was looking through my edit on episode 6. Completely forgot that, like, in that suit where they had all the school uniforms, the one that Deku's wearing right now, you could see and tell when he's not wearing his Hiei cloak that he's just got a regular human body. It is literally just a bird head. Like, I thought more of his body would be bird, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Another fun fact is that is never explained in the series itself. You can inherit heteromorph features from your family that aren't directly related to your own quirk. So like your quirk can be shooting blasts from your hands, but one of your grandparents was a cat heteromorph, so you got cat ears. Wild. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, because if you end up with a heteromorphic quirk, it becomes you. It becomes basically ingrained in your DNA. It's what you are. So if you have a child, that inherently has to pass on. But then again, they also did say that you have a chance of, earlier on, I think this was in episode 1, they had said something about like a child has the chance to inherit one of the parents' quirks or a combination of their quirks, like a new one made out of the combination of their quirks. So that also lines up with that as well, which is interesting. So you could just like, you could have a mismatch of a bunch of different stuff depending on your family tree, which is interesting. But yeah, great facts, great questions, guys. Wild episode. I can't wait to see where we go from here, because we have more villains to take care of. We have Ida off to hopefully get out of here and get word off, or word out, that we're in danger, so that more people can come and give us backup. But yes, this was really thought out, man, this entire scheme. So I can't wait to see how we deal with the consequences of this next. See some of the other segmented fights in the next episode, I presume. And then where we go from there. Or just what Deku ends up having to do from this point on, now that he's kind of ended that segment, subdued all of their villains, and are moving on to the next. So I can't wait to see. This is fun. This is awesome. This is sick. But yeah, guys, what did you guys think? How do you feel? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out Lily Chen Sung, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Berg, Calvin Burley, CP Pastor, Theodore Wolf, Thailand, Denise Mauricio, and The Hong. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors of the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that I take care of here at the office. You guys have been tremendous help with all that. And as always, a huge shout out to all of our channel legends. You and the patrons allow us to keep doing what we do over here, getting help with the editing, the copyright claims, and all that stuff. So you keep bringing this stuff to you guys here on YouTube because of the endless wave of content that we got, as much as we can, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. But that's just for you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.